This is an excellent bill. I thank the chairman for bringing it to a markup, and I thank Mr. Richmond for sponsoring it. And I'm proud to be original co-sponsor. This is the type of bill that sometimes you have to have some constituents bring it to your recognition if you're not African-American yourself. I think every African-American legislator understands the need for this, and all the organizations that Mr. Richmond mentioned support this. Many of them were African-American legislative groups. In my 40-some-odd years of legislative representation, I've never had less than 35% African-American constituency. And as a state senator, hair braiding came to my attention in 1995, and I introduced a bill for hair braiders back then. I realized then, after I had an opportunity to look at it, that it was discrimination, and what was occurring wasn't in-your-face discrimination, which I had seen for most of my life, but it was more a discrimination by ignorance. Courts and the EEOC in the 70s and later have recognized that individuals who have natural hair differences, and generally it's African-American, might get and do get discriminated against, and that it's a form of racial discrimination. Now, the different jurisdictions have differed, and that's why it's necessary to have this law. People, as Mr. Richmond said, I think if I got it correct and remember it, it's basically walk a mile in my shoes. You have to be exposed to these issues and understand this, and I have, and I'm proud to be a sponsor. And for my constituents and African Americans who have been discriminated against because of hairstyle, sometimes it's because people don't understand it. Other times it's an in-your-face. I resent the African American culture. I don't like your afro. It represents to me something that you're not assimilating the way I want you to assimilate. Well, it's not anybody's business to tell African Americans how to assimilate. They can and should have the same right as everybody else does to dress, to have their hair, to have certain particular identifying characteristics that are theirs, that go back to their ancestors and they have proud of and want to exhibit. So I'm proud to join the sponsors and urge everybody to support this and to move on into the 21st century with the rest of us. I yield back the balance of my time.
The gentleman yields back. Does anyone else seek recognition?